And in video games, a lot of times there's something called farming or grinding. And what you do is you have to go out and you have to kill the same thing, or you have to farm, which means mine or fish or cook the same ingredient over and over and over. And we spend hours and hours and hours of time in game doing this to build resources so that whenever we get to whatever we need the resources for, we have them. It's really a lot like real life. It's like if you want to go out and climb the highest of mountains, climb the best of mountains, sometimes you have to go fight these inferior battles. We're talking about in the context of a game here. You have to fight these inferior battles in order to succeed, in order to get what you need. And it was very funny because in most of these games, what happens is you max out. And once you get to the max level, you have done everything in the game, so it would seem. And what's strange is you go as fast as possible through the game to get to the top level. And then what you have to go back and do is grind. And this grinding is essentially the process of once you get to the top level, there's multiple levels to the top level. Like you can't level up any further than the level 80. But what you can do is you can have better gear than the next person or the next person. And that's the importance of the grinding. And I just want to sidebar right there. And I want to talk to you a little bit and just say, like, reach out to your kids, open up the conversation, ask them what they're seeing in their life about the games that they're playing. Because there could be a lot of really good information, a lot of really good um, knowledge that they're learning inside the video game that we just really don't have an opportunity to see, an opportunity to notice because we haven't asked them those questions. And what's important as a parent is getting them to open up and communicate. So just a little sidebar. Just like in the video game, when I'm rushing to get to the highest of levels and I'm not enjoying the journey, I still have to go back to the areas to get the resources that I need. So, what is it about life that makes it so hard for you and I to slow down and get the resources that we need when we need them, so that, or even before that we need them, so that when we get to 18 years later, God willing, that we are in the position that we actually want to be? How cool is that? How cool is it that if you want to be somewhere in 18 years, the best time to start is now? And that's what's powerful. When you start climbing your personal summit, becoming more yourself, looking in the direction of you and who you want to be, you start finding these little nuances that where you thought it was a problem, it's really an opportunity for you to capitalize on in your life in such a way that you get to expand. You get to grow into who you are. It's no longer about that pushing yourself. It's about walking into the unknown and knowing for a fact that you have every gift, every tool that you need. And if that you don't have it, you will pick it up along the way. Someone in your life will step in and say something to you at just the right time, and you will be in just the right space to hear exactly what you need. And that's the beauty about life. Not giving yourself a hard time all the time about anything. Because, like, for what? For what, really? Why give yourself that hard time? Because it's sending you up your journey, up the mountain a little bit easier? Generally, no. Generally, that's the very thing that is keeping you and I from taking that next step and that next step and that next step. Just because you have climbed the mountain 5 bazillion times does not make the 5 bazillion in one time not the time that you get what you need that time up the journey. Each and every time you collecting whatever the pelt that you need, you're collecting the little fish that you need, you're collecting the resource every time you go up the mountain. But next time you get up that same familiar mountain, take a look and see what you can find new. Is there anything there that you haven't seen? Is there someone in your life that's going through something, that's struggling with the exact same thing that you are, and you're missing an opportunity to open up, to share, and to connect with that person? That's what I want for you guys this week. I want you to go out, connect with somebody that you've not connected with in a long time. Open up to somebody because it feels right. Not because like I said to, but because it feels right.